Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Jimmy Butler opens up about future with Miami Heat after Pat Riley's comments. Jimmy Butler's future with the Miami Heat has been a topic of conversation since the team was eliminated by the Boston Celtics in the first round of the 2024 NBA playoffs. Butler's desire for a maximum contract extension, combined with his availability, has created uncertainty. This only grew when Heat president Pat Riley slammed Butler in his end-of-the-season press conference. Yet, Riley said that Miami is not looking to trade the 34-year-old star player who has led the NBA organization to 2 NBA Finals appearances in the last 5 years. Amid those rumors, Butler has now gone public with his thoughts about Miami as the NBA offseason inches closer following the Heat's exit from the playoffs. Butler talked to GQ Sports' Rohan Nadkarni about his basketball future with the Heat and beyond the NBA. While the interview occurred before Riley's comments, Butler's comments were notable as he seemed committed to bringing a championship to Miami. The Heat forward was asked if he wants his number 22 jersey in Miami to be the last he wears in the NBA. Butler still feels the same way he has in previous years. "I mean, yeah. In the NBA? For sure," Butler said. "But then after that, I really do want to play for Flamengo, a professional Brazilian basketball team in the NBB. I tell everybody, I'm half Brazilian. I feel at home, man. I really care about the city, I really care about the people in this city. Miami has embraced me. They've wanted me to bring them something they haven't done since LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. And I want to do that. So as soon as I get this knee back right, I'm right back on they ass and everybody know it. I feel like everybody gotta pass this playoffs, man. We're not going out like that." Butler is still committed to winning a championship with the Heat, and Riley's comments shouldn't hurt those efforts. Butler is a competitor and has found a home within the Heat culture, so Riley's comments should only light a fire to bring himself forward as the best competitor. The Heat are coming off a poor season where they made the playoffs, but had unfortunate luck with injuries. Butler, Terry Rozier, Jamie Jaquez Jr., and Josh Richardson all missed the final game of the first-round series with Boston. It's one reason why player availability was a significant topic for Riley. Miami is at its best when it is fully healthy and has Butler leading the way. Without the star forward, the Heat wouldn't have made the NBA Finals since the 2014 season, when LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh led the way before James left. The rumors about Butler's future will be a hot topic in Miami this offseason, but until something says he isn't happy, there should be nothing to worry about. Butler and the Heat are a perfect match, and it's a big offseason to get everything right for another push to the NBA Finals. The New York Knicks are advancing quickly in the NBA playoffs after winning 2 games against the Indiana Pacers at Madison Square Garden recently. The Knicks, led by Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart's impressive plays, have gained media attention nationwide. Now, a duo of Knicks players, past and present, are criticizing Jimmy Butler's comments, which seem to have upset them. A video was shared where Tom Thibodeau's intense playoff strategy was analyzed. Knicks forward OG Anunoby's hamstring injury was discussed pessimistically as his availability for Game 3 became known. Butler had previously criticized Josh Hart by saying New York would be at home if he had been able to play for Miami. Hart and former Knicks player John Starks responded to Butler's remarks in a podcast video. NBA trade rumors, Miami Heat in driver's seat to trade for Donovan Mitchell? Even after the Cleveland Cavaliers stole Game 2 in Boston in the Eastern Conference semifinals, there's still an overall belief that short of a miraculous run to the conference finals or NBA finals, Donovan Mitchell could very much demand a trade this summer. With just 1 year left on his contract and no real progression on a contract extension with the Cavs, there's no predicting what will transpire this summer between Cleveland and Mitchell. but with the way this season has gone for Mitchell and the Cavs, more would assume that a bidding war via trade is more likely than a contract extension. Again, anything can happen. If Mitchell would demand a trade, though, there may be one team that could be sitting in an early pole position. And that's the Miami Heat. According to a recent report, Mitchell has a strong relationship with Bam Adebayo and would have Miami high on his list of destinations if he were to ask for a trade. Once again, the Heat could enter the offseason in a great position to potentially land a big fish. However, the question remains, does the Heat have enough trade assets to make a competitive enough of an offer? Miami is going to enter the offseason with the desire to make a big upgrade to their roster, but with not much in the way of draft capital and no real premier trade assets that they'd be willing to part ways with. Aside from Jamie Jaquez Jr. and Nikola Jovic, there could be a scenario in which the Heat simply don't have enough to get a deal done. And with the uncertainty that surrounds Jimmy Butler's future with the team, the Heat will have plenty to think about and on their plate heading into the offseason. But there's a very real scenario that plays out this offseason in which the Heat has another disgruntled star who wants to play for the team. Last summer, with Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal, they weren't able to cement the deals. Can the Heat pull off a deal this time around? In theory, a trio of Mitchell, Jimmy, and Bam would emerge as a favorite in the Eastern Conference heading into next season. Although, it may be too much of a pipe dream to ever see it come to fruition. You get a guy like Kevin Durant in there, Heat. Former NBA champion Kendrick Perkins believes Kevin Durant will be a good fit at Miami Heat. Former NBA champion and now analyst Kendrick Perkins wants the Phoenix Suns star Kevin Durant to move to the Miami Heat. The 27th overall pick by the Boston Celtics in 2003 believes Durant will help the Heat clinch finals opportunities. We know the Miami Heat went to 2 NBA finals. Jimmy Butler wasn't able to get them over the hump. You get a guy like Kevin Durant in there. And also, the Miami Heat, they got some pieces. They got some pieces over there that's eye candy, he said. Durant cuts an unhappy figure at the Suns, even going a month without talking to then head coach Frank Vogel, before the HC was fired last week. The Suns were knocked out of the playoffs in the first round by the Timberwolves, leading to the sacking and replacement signing of coach Mike Budenholzer from the Bucks. KD was signed second overall in the 2007 season by the then Sonics, now Thunder, and is a 2-time NBA champion, both at the Golden State Warriors. He joined the Suns last year from the Nets, but is reportedly keen to join his 5th franchise. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Kevin Durant? Leave your opinion in the comments.